Good morning, dear children. Hope all are doing well. So, Happy New Year, my dear children. So, this is our first online class of 2021, right? So, we are going to continue with our chapter 5 data handling. So, before that, how was your holidays, children? How you enjoyed your holidays? And you had a great holidays, Christmas holidays. Then you had activity week, competition. Then you have enjoyed your Pongal. So, after all these holidays, celebration, and your activity, so now we'll start our online classes. So chapter 5 data handling, already we have completed exercise 5.1, right? So today we'll be continuing with the next topics. So before that we'll just go for a quick recall. So what are the things we have learned in our chapter 5? So what is the title of our chapter 5? Data handling. So what is data, children? You all know it's information. So what is the main concept in this chapter? How to collect the data and how we are arranging them. And we have studied a pictograph representation, bar graph representation, and double bar graph. Then you know to organize the data. Then you know to find out the frequency, then you know to form a frequency distribution table. Then what are the problems we have learned in the exercise 5.1? Then you know to draw a histogram. So all these topics we have learned in the first part of this chapter, and we have completed our 5.1 exercise. So just please go through this and revise it. So before learning your 5.2 exercise, before that just go through the introduction part and just read it once and recall it. Okay, children? So today we are going to learn about pie chart. So I'll give an introduction about pie chart and we'll see one or two problems. Okay, children? Now let's begin the session. So the heading is circle graph or pie chart. So other name for pie chart is circle graph. So in some places they use the name circle graph and some places they'll show it as a pie chart. So what is circle graph, children? Just do you remember? So in the first session we have learned about pictograph, bar graph. So the way they represent the data there. So you will be identifying from there. So here they'll be showing in the form of a circle. Like this, they'll draw a circle, then they'll be dividing the circle and maybe they'll write here a football, then cricket, hockey, and they'll give the percentage. They'll give the percentage, for example, cricket 50 percentage. Like that, they'll be giving the numbers. So this is known as pie chart representation, or they'll call it as a circle graph. Okay, so this is the way they'll be giving all the data or information in the circle, and you have to find out from there. In some questions they'll be giving the information and they'll ask us to represent that information in the form of a pie chart or circle graph. So let's see the definition. So when the data means what, information is represented graphically in a circular form. So graphically in a circular form. So that is this circle. This is known as a circle graph or pie chart. So when data or information, they'll be showing in the circular form. The representation is known as circle graph or pie chart. So a circle graph means shows the relationship between the whole. For example, this whole circle, what we are representing, we are representing the data, we are showing the data of sports, right? So, and one part is football, one sector cricket, then hockey, like that we are dividing the whole, we are dividing, and from that each sector gives the information, right? That whole circle represents the sports. So their football 1% will be there, cricket 1%, then hockey, then other games the small portion, like that the whole we'll be dividing into parts and we'll be representing the data. Understood? This is how we are showing the data in the pie chart. So here I'll explain the pie chart with an example. So here in a pie chart some information were given, right? So what is that? You're sleeping for 8 hours, then you spend in a day, okay? So in a day, one day, how you were spending the hours. So that information was given. So you were sleeping for 8 hours in a day and you're spending 6 hours in school, and you're playing for 3 hours. Then other activity means like you'll be going to your relatives home, shopping or something like that for 3 hours. Next, you're doing homework for 3 hours. So these are the data is given. So what are the things? Sleeping 8 hours, then you're spending in school 6 hours, then playing for 3 hours, then other activity 3 hours, then homework 3 hours. Okay. So now this is the one day activity. Okay, one day how you are spending the hours, that information is given. Now in this circle, some portion was occupied for sleeping, right? In this circle, so all the activities in a day is given in this pie chart, and some portion, for example, we'll take the example as sleeping. So sleeping hours has occupied some space in this circle, right? So how you were drawing representing that, we'll find out. Okay, so in a day means how many hours are there? One day, how many hours are there, children? 24 hours, right? So the total hours is 24 hours. So in 24 hours, how many hours you have spent for sleeping? 8 hours, right? So now we are going to find in the graph the properties of sector for hours spent in sleeping. So you want to find out the proportion of the sector. So some portions is occupied for sleeping, right? So that portion, that proportion, how we were occupying that, we are going to find out. So number of sleeping hours divided by the total. Total means total hours or whole day. Look at here. Number of sleeping hours. So how many hours you are sleeping in a day, children? 8. So 8 divided by whole day means 8 divided by 24. Look at here, 8 hours divided by 24. So cancel it. 1 8 is 8. 3 8s are 24. Cancel it. So how many portion? 1/3. Right? So 1 by 3. So sleeping sector is drawn as 1/3 of the circle. So 1/3 of this circle occupies for sleeping. Okay, so sometimes the information will be written in words. So you want to draw the pie chart. So how you will find out the areas? Like this you will be calculating. Understood? Now let's see the next part. This is a small example. So for next we'll see how you are drawing a pie chart. I'll explain that detailing. Okay, this is a pie chart. If informations are given means how you are calculating, with a small example I have explained. Now the next topic is drawing a pie chart. How you are going to draw a pie chart. Then how the calculations are done. We'll see that detail. Now you understood what is a pie chart. The other name for what is the other name for pie chart? Circle graph. Okay, so you know how the data are representing, how we are doing the calculations, all these things we have seen. Now I'll explain how to draw a pie chart. The next heading is drawing a pie chart. So how you will be drawing a pie chart, I'll explain with an example. So here one example is given, right? So the favorite flavors of ice cream for students of a school is given in percentage as follows. So in our school, students, right? Some we are taking a survey and we are writing this data. Okay, so in our school, 50% of children likes chocolate flavor ice cream. Okay, so 50% of students like chocolate flavor. Then 25% likes vanilla. Then 25% likes other flavors. Other flavors means we can take strawberry or pista like that. 25% of children like other flavors and 50% of students like chocolate and 25% for vanilla. So now we are going to represent this data in a pie chart. So we are going to represent this data in a pie chart or circle graph. So before that, what is an angle for a straight line, children? 180 degree, right? For a straight line, 180 degree. Then for a circle, it is 360 degree. So the total angle at the center of a circle is 360 degree. So this you have to keep in mind. The total angle at the center of a circle is 360 degree. So this 360 degree only we are dividing into some portions. For example, one circle means 360 degree. So in this we are dividing uh, some angle for some portions for chocolate, then some for vanilla, then other flavors. So this 360 degree only we are making a sectors in a pie chart. Understood? So keep in mind how we are getting 360. A circle. One circle is 360 degrees. So the total angle at the center of a circle is 360 degree. Next one. So we are writing the data. We are going to calculate it. Okay, so we are making a table. So the first one, flavors. The first one, flavors. Then second column, students in percentage preferring the flavors. So that is given in the question. And third one, we are finding the fractions. And fourth one, we are finding the portions of 360. Fractions of 360. So how many part will occupy in a circle for chocolate? That we are finding in the last session. Okay, so chocolate, how many percentage of students like chocolate, children? 50 percentage. So 50. So how you will find the fraction? 50 percentage means the total is 100. In that 50 percentage of students like chocolate. So 50 divided by 100. Cancel this. This 0 get cancelled. This 0. So 1 5 is 5. 2 5s are 10. Like this, cancel it and write. Okay, for example, in some problem they won't give in a percentage. Okay, they'll say the total number of students is 75. In that 50 children likes chocolate. So how you will write this fraction? How you will write this fraction part? You will write 50. And what is the total given? Already the total is given in the question, 75. So you will write 50 divided by 75. Here they have given in percentage. So it is easy, you know how to find the fractions, right? So 50 divided by 100, cancel it and write. Next one, the last one is fractions of 360. So some portions will be occupying for chocolate, right? So we have cancelled it and we got 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 into, what is the total angle? 360 degree, right? In a circle, what is an angle? 360 degree. So 1 by 2 into 360 degree. So you can cancel it. 360 degree divided by 2, you will get 180 degree. Okay, like this you can cancel it. 1, 2 is 2. When you divide, you will be getting 1, 2 is 2. Then 8 2s are 16. Let's see. Okay, you can cancel it and write it. Like this, you cancel it and find the answer. Then the same way do it for vanilla, 25%, right? 25 divided by 100, cancel it, you'll be getting the answer 1 by 4. Then 1 by 4 into 360, cancel it, you'll be getting the answer 90. The same way, the same answer only we'll get it for other flavors also, because it is also 25 degree. Okay, now you want to draw the pie chart. You want to draw the pie chart. First, what you want to do, children? So now we got the datas, right? So in this question, they have given the datas or information in a table. From that, we have calculated this. Next, according to this data, you are going to draw the pie chart. So first thing what you want to do, take any radius in your compass. All know to draw. All know to draw a circle by using compass, right? So take any radius. Maybe for example, take 4 centimeter or 3 centimeters. That is your wish. Take any radius and you have to draw a circle. So what is the first step? Take any radius and draw a circle. So any radius. Okay. Next what you have to do? So you can use the protractor. Okay. Take the protractor and keep at this point O and mark 180 degrees. So you will be getting a straight line. or else you can extend, 180 means straight line, right? Or else you can extend like this, and then you can write 180 degree. If you want the accurate, then keep the protractor at this point O and mark an angle. This is 180 degree. This is 180 degree straight line, right? Next, use the protractor, keep at this point and mark 90 degrees. So you'll get 90 degree here. Draw like this, a straight line. So 50% of this pie chart occupies for chocolate. So this area. Okay, this area we'll mark it for chocolate. This area we'll mark it for chocolate. Then 25%, 25%. How many portions they are occupying 90 degree, right? So we can divide this into, this is 180, this one you can divide, already two divisions are there. So you can write it for other flavors and vanilla. This is how you are drawing the pie chart. Understood? So if the data are given in table means first you want to write the tabular column and you have to do it. So always read the question. Okay, in some questions they'll be asking in a different way. So according to the question you have to draw the pie chart. In some questions they'll give the total amount. So it is, you want to find the fraction means the given amount divided by the total amount. In some questions they'll give it as a percentage. So according to the questions, read it and what they are asking to find out, according to that you have to do the calculations. Understood, children? So this is how you will draw a pie chart. Okay, now let's see one problem from exercise 5.2. So exercise 5.2, this is the first problem. Okay, a survey was made to find the type of music that a certain group of young people liked in a city. So do you know what is a survey? So have you seen in some channels they'll be having like, they'll be asking a questions, look, what do you think about some opinion? We'll ask now whether you like YouTube or WhatsApp. Like we have asked to you, right, to your parents, right, what is that, how many parents like YouTube classes, how many are willing for Zoom classes. So that is a survey. We are doing that survey to find out how many percentage of parents like YouTube classes, how many of the parents like Zoom classes. Same way here they have done a survey with a young group of people. So about the type of music, so can you see here a pie chart is given. So semi-classical 20%. So some said they like semi-classical. So 20% of young people said they like semi-classical. Then 10% for classical. Then 30% for folk and 40% for light music. So this is the survey they have done. Okay. So according to that survey, they has given a pie chart. So from this pie chart, they are going to ask some questions and you want to find out the answer for that questions. Okay. So what is the first question? If 20 people liked classical music. So they are asking if 20 people. So in a group of, there is some youngsters they are asking. So in that 20 people they like classical music. Then how many young people were survived? So we want to find out. So some group of people were standing. We don't know how many people were standing there. In that, for example, we can take our school. So many students are there. Sorry, we don't want to take that as an example. We can take Karingal. Okay, in Karingal there are many people in the bus stand. We don't know how many numbers of people were standing near the bus stand. We don't know, and we are asking how many of you like what is that, a classical music, and from that I got some 20 people said they like semi-classical. So I was asking to many people. So I didn't count that. Okay, I was asking to many people, but I was counting the number of people they said classical music. Now understood the meaning of this question. I was asking to many people in that bus stand. So how many of you like, how do you like classical music? There, like that I'm asking. So I was counting like okay, 20 people said they like classical music, but I don't know With how many people I asked, I don't know. So that we want to find out. Then second question, which type of music is liked by the maximum number of people? So from this from this pie chart, which type of music is liked by the maximum number of people? Do you understand the question? They are asking how many people, the more number of people, what is the maximum music young people has liked? From this we can easily find out, right? Light music, 40 percentage. Okay, this is very simple question. Then third one, in a cassette company, if a cassette company were to make 1000 CDs, so one cassette company, they were a cassette company were to make 1000 CDs, so they were going to make 1000 CDs. How many of each type would they make? So we want to find out how many of each type would they make. So total they are going to, what is the total CDs? They were going to make 1000 CDs. So from that we want to find out number of CDs for light music, number of CDs for classical, number of semi classical, then folk. Like that we want to find separately for all the music. Understood this meaning of the three questions? So they were taking, I'll repeat again, they were taking a survey. So how many of them like the music? They were taking a survey and they have given the data in a pie chart. Next, if 20 people like classical music, how many young people were surveyed? So some group of people were standing there. I was asking question to many young people, but from that 20 said they like classical, but I don't know to how many of them I have asked question. That number we want to find out. That is the first question. And second one, so from by looking at this pie chart, which music is liked most? 40 percentage is highest, so this is light music. Then third one cassette company were going to make a cassette, so the total cassettes were given. What is the number? 1000. So for each music, number of CDs for light music, number of CDs for semi classical, we have to find out. Now understood the question? Now we will write the solution. What is the first question? 20 people said they like classical music. So we want to find out the total survey. So from the given pie chart, the number of people who liked classical music. So in the pie chart, they have given 10 percentage likes classical music. So let the number of young people who were surveyed. So we don't know, right? We were asking to many people. So that number will take it as x. Since I don't know that number, I'll take that number as x or any variable you can take. So 10 percentage of x is equal to 20. So in the graph it is written as 10 percentage. So 10 percentage is classical music of x. So from x people, x means that more people were standing. From that total number, 10 percentage said they said yes for classical music. And the question they are asking, if 20 people said yes, so equal to 20. So 10 by 100, 10 percentage means 10 by 100 into x. What is this x? Total number of people surveyed, equal to 20. Now cancel it. This 10 get cancelled, 0 get cancelled, common, right? So 1 by 10. So 1 by 10 x is equal to 20. So you know the equation method, right? So x is equal to 20. When you bring this 1 by 10 to the right hand side, we'll write in a reciprocal method, right? So into 10. 10 divided by 1, 10. So 20 into 10, 200. You got the answer, 200. You can do the calculation according to your method. So this is a easy method. Try to follow this. Okay. So how many people I have done the survey? 200 people. Okay, that we have found out. Now understood the question? Okay, what is the second question, children? From the pie chart, you want to find out what is the music that is liked most. 40% is for light music. So that we are writing from the pie chart. Second question. Then what is the third question, children? One cassette company is producing 1000 CDs and you want to find out the number of CDs for each music. So number of CDs for light music. So light music, what is the percentage given in the pie chart? 40 percentage, right? So number of CDs for live music is 40 percentage. So 40 by 100 into 1000. So from where you are writing this 1000? It is given in the question. Total number of CDs. Understood? This 1000 from where you are writing? It is given in the question, that is total number of CDs. Now cancel it. This 20 and this 20 get cancelled. Now 40 into 10, 400. So number of CDs for light music is 400. Now the same way find it for folk. Number of CDs for folk music, 30 by 100 into 1000. Cancel it, you'll be getting the answer 300. The same way find it for classical music, then semi-classic. So now understood how we are finding the total number of CDs for light music, folk music and classical, semi-classical. A company is producing 1000 CDs. From that we want to find out the number of CDs for the particular music. So that percentage is given. So this is how you want to find out. Understood, children? So I'll give some homework problems based on the topics what we have learned today. Please go through the textbook and write your classwork note, copy down your today's portion in your classwork note and try to do the homework. Okay, if you have any doubt, you can just contact me. Okay, children. So today, what are the topics we have learned? Today we have learned about pie chart. Other name for pie chart is circle graph. So you know how to draw a pie chart and how we want to find out the numbers or how we want to do the calculations based on the information given. All these we have seen today. So based on these topics, I'll be giving the homework problem. Okay, children. Thank you, children. Have a nice day. See you in the next session.